What's up, guys? Back for another Honkai Star Rail video, and in this one we're gonna talk about the good and the bad of this. Oh, I totally forgot to. We don't need the link shit, man. It's fine. Yeah, the reruns. It's brutal. I'm not gonna lie. If you're free to play, bless your soul. You didn't know this was coming. You're not gonna probably have a lot of jades for this. But I mean, hey, if you get lucky, you don't gotta worry about that, right? I just want to start this video by saying, good lord, this is going to be rough. This is definitely going to be them being a little money hungry, trying to get people to spend, because, you know, if you drop, the characters are dropping, when they're dropping them, you're probably going to get a lot of people to spend money. Also, quick note, it is monthly reset. Don't forget to grab your free pulls. Trust me, you're going to need them for this update. So, first things first, we're going to talk about what they did, and that is normally how Honkai Star works is during phase 1 we'll have a new 5-star and a rerun, and then during phase 2 we'll have a new 5-star and then a rerun again. This time they decided that instead of the same old, right, of like, oh, phase 1, you know, we have Fei Zhao, then Robin, and then phase 2 is Slingshot, and then we're having Topaz. They decided to drop 3 reruns. So we have 2 additional reruns that we don't normally have. And what's even worse about it is they all are on the same team. And what I mean by that is Kafka, Black Swan are on the same team, and then Robin and Topaz are on the same team. So if you are trying to build a completely new team that you don't have, let's say you're trying to build Dot, you have all the other teams built, and you're like, okay, let me build Dot, because there are some Dot related stuff in, I think, Pure Fiction, and there are like 1 or 2 rule sets that were Dot based for MOC. It's like, okay, I want to have a Dot team ready just in case, even if it's not super powerful. You just want to have it in the back burner just in case. You want to summon for Black Swan and then wait for Kafka rerun. Guess what? They're at the same time, so you gotta summon for both. And reverse, let's say you're trying to build the follow-up attack team. All right, well, you know, if you're as long as you're not summoning for the new characters, you can summon for Robin. Then immediately after summon for Topaz, it's a bit rough, right? They definitely are going to get people to spend money. I might even have to spend money, and I thought I could creep by getting Fei Zhao and her light cone and then dipping. I'm tempted personally to go for Kafka E2, but we'll see because I gotta be a little bit careful if they're gonna be re-ramping reruns this quick, right? Now I do think that this is a good thing, right? Because it means you won't have to wait too long. Well, I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. I think it's bad for free to play, which is the majority of players. I feel bad for them, right? Because until they get used to this new banner system, I feel like once we get used to it, it won't be too bad. But off rip, good lord, it's like a shotgun blast to the face, right? For light spenders and medium spenders, which I'm like in that group, I think it's gonna be good because if you're missing a character for whatever reason, you can grab them. If you need like a light cone, you can grab it pretty easily. You don't have to wait that long. Like we haven't gotten Ratio back since he was free, so that's a bit rough. Like if I didn't have his light cone, I'd be like, damn, bro, Ratio light cone is just, I'm never getting it at this rate. Another thing is it's gonna be random. We haven't gotten Ratio back, but we have Robin back. And Robin came out after Acheron and Venturian, which aren't even back yet. So, potentially, they're going to be random with this. And if they're random with this, that's going to be a bit rough, because not only are we don't know if they're always going to be dropping 3 characters in one phase, we don't know how they're going to go about it. Normally, we'd be like, okay, right now, if they're going to go back to 1 and 1, then we'd be like, okay, it'll probably be Venturian, Acheron, Ratio. One of those 3, right? Or maybe 2 of those 3 are probably going to be right. So you have a general idea, like, okay, I need a good sustain. Let me save up some currency for the next patch, because Manchurian can be part of it. If he's not in it, then he's probably going to be in the next one, and then you can plan accordingly if you want to spend a little bit or whatnot, and you're good to go. It's not too bad, right? This one, though, if they decide to drop all 3, then you're like, oh crap, especially if you want multiple characters, like you potentially want Acheron and a Venturian, right? You could get a little lucky and maybe Acheron could be a bit later or a bit earlier than Venturian, because we had what Ruin May was with Firefly a couple patches ago, right? So if you wanted Ratio's Lycone and Ruin May, you're in luck, because you would have had Ruin May by now, and you had so much time to save for the Ratio Lycone. For doing it this way, whole teams dropping at once, if you need to just get one unit on the team, it'll be pretty nice, right? Or if you're going to spend, you could just wrap up your whole team and be good to go. But if you're building the whole team, like I said, yikes, it's gonna be a bit rough. Plus, it could be random. They could just decide, oh, we're dropping dot team this time, or we're dropping follow-up attack units this time, or we're dropping like support units this time, oh, we're dropping sustain units this time, or healers, shielders. We're gonna have to see how their rotations of this are gonna look like. If it's gonna be completely random and it just oh so happened to be follow-up and dot based this time around, or if it's just gonna be random characters. If it's random characters, it'll be a bit sketchy, not gonna lie, trying to like guess who's gonna come next or get a general idea of how to spend your currency. If it's team based, I feel like we could master it and get it down after a while. um yeah, but new players, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're doing fall attack team, 6 characters in one whole patch is a bit rough. Especially if you're free to play and you lose your 50-50, bro. Like, it's brutal. You could probably lose 50-50 and still get like Fei Zhao and maybe like another character or Light Cone if you're lucky. But then you have to wait a few months and try it all over again, especially if they're doing teams. If they're doing teams and it's like every few months, you got to get ready to just like blow all your currency trying to get the remainder of your team. And God forbid if you're going for dupes, bro. Robin E1 is extremely strong, so I'm not going to be surprised if a lot of people are going to go for the E1 Robin. I'm contemplating that, but now I got to contemplate if I want to go for the Kafka E2, if I just want to get face out or like kind of call it even. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be rough. We even like Feijiao could have like a really good E1, like Firefly or like Acheron E2 level, that completely changes the units and takes away some of her weaknesses. I really like those dupes, right? Like the Firefly skill point thing for E1 is so nice. I recommend people who like Firefly go for it. Other dupes that are really good are like Robin E1 or like Ruin May E1 that are like really good support ones that just hugely benefit the team, that can allow even the worser units to shine, are very good. Those are high value dupes. If you are like me and you're like, Phasia has really good E1, Robin has really good E1. I'm like one off of Kafka E2, what's really good for dot team. I don't have Topaz. Topaz E1 is also pretty good. It's like, oh well, maybe I'll spend a little bit, and then they got you, right? Let me know what you guys think about it, though. I think we'll be okay after a while once we get the gist of it. But right now, in the next like 2-3 patches, it's gonna be brutal. Free to plays, be very smart with how you spend your jades, because especially with Rappa being the only character announced, like we're not getting a new 4-star, and we might potentially just get a ton of rerun banners coming up, or I mean they could surprise drop a 5-star if anything. So be very careful. I'm gonna have videos going up on who the most valuable is. Spoiler, Robin's pretty much the one that you want to make sure you leave this patch with. But once we have like full kits on Linksha's not here, sorry, on Linksha and Facial videos on that stuff. But be very careful, especially if you're prone to losing 50-50s and you're not too lucky. You've got to be very careful the next couple patches, because if you're saving for characters, they could just drop it in an unfortunate place with other characters you like, and then now you got to do 50-50 on who you actually like. Not even summoning wise, you got to be like, okay, 50-50, am I going for this character or this character, because you might not have enough currency for both, which a bit rough. But I mean, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, bro. Yeah, I gotta do some planning for my summons, but there will be summons. Oh, don't worry, there will be summons. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on those, and I'll catch you on the next one.